Dial H for Hero issue 2. Sam Humphries writing with Joe Quinones on the art. This is me and Connor reading this because Matt wasn't here for the last issue, but he really didn't
No,
like it.
I really don't like it.
He hated it,
He hated it.
and I don't understand Matt sometimes.
It's far too. I'm not a fan of the dialogue and the story, and just everything's like feels like a cartoon, right? But a cartoon that I would not enjoy watching. So like the art's great, but everything else about it, I was just, oof, big with.
Super expressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Miguel's on the run with the girl who they ran away together in the truck last issue, and there's several people from the Thunderbolt Society or whatever they're called coming after the
phone.
The phone, yeah, the H dial, and yeah, so they're basically fighting about what to spend the money on breakfast, and whether should even go anywhere. And he actually kind of wants rid of the phone. He's sick of this responsibility. The operator calls him up and says, "Hey, they're coming. You have to, protect the phone. Do everything you can."
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh, no, the H dial was forged in the sphere of the gods. That's how powerful this thing is. Come on."
And what I wasn't expecting, having never really read any Dial H stuff, is they're kind of treating this like everyone who's ever used it is kind of like a junkie, where they're desperate for the next fix.
Yeah.
So we have this guy who's like coming after him, and he gets the phone, he dives into the water and uses it, and he becomes, let me just get to this, Zobu the Zonky King.
Jobu.
Jobu. Oh, sorry, yeah.
And,
Jobu the Zonky
for
King.
reference, this is Dragon Ball. He is basically Goku.
Oh, that was lost on me.
This is a young Goku.
This was lost on me. I didn't get that reference. I just thought it was
all
something...
of this is him training with the old pervy master, whose name I'm forgetting.
Yeah. There's also a scene just before that though, where a cop accosts the girl whose name I can't remember, and turns out she's also looking for the dial. So this Thunderbolt dude is like manipulating several people into chasing after this phone.
We see a little bit. He's telling them, right, look, get it, but do not ring the phone. Don't pick up because people will know where you are. Then you just gotta get it and deliver it to.
But he's whispering in their ear. But we get this quick little backstory of this what was his name again? Jobu, which is what the guy's turned into.
The girl's called Summer, by the way.
Girl called Summer, cool. And Miguel sees this and he jumps after him and tries tackling him, and a bit of a fight breaks out. The cops shooting. Summer comes in with a truck and hits Jobu. He fairly.
I love the arts. The arts. Even before we get to this next one.
Yeah.
When Jobu switches, it's this very soft manga style.
Yeah, it changes.
Even down to the panel layout. It's the slanted angle thing that a lot of manga does.
But it changes again though when he uses the phone and his character, he comes into it, where it becomes this more classic.
Big mech suit.
Yeah, grayscale. No, I'm talking about the art specifically. The grayscale art, the way it changes.
The grayscale manga.
Yeah, and he becomes this big mech suit, which is called Iron Dreadhead. And it actually says, the drill, and it starts off with an origin story, and then he kind of almost goes meta and smashes it and says, "No time for origin story."
No time for secret origins. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's almost like a weird like cyberpunk kind of thing where there's people with these weird guns and helmets on, but no, we don't have time for that. So we get this fight between Jobu and the mech suit, and the
punch, and he's got the two fists colliding,
and Summer's just watching in disbelief, going, "Holy shit, that was Miguel a minute ago."
No effing way.
And then so he fights off Jobu. He turns back into Miguel, and they're like, "All right, we need to get going. We have to go to Metropolis because the only person I trust to look after this is Superman." So they're on their way to Metropolis. However, the phone was nabbed by the policewoman before before they realized what happened. So they're going to have to go find it first. They're reunited at the end though, because they're more of a team now. Because she's excited about going to Metropolis. They've kind of bonded over this, so the fighting's kind of went away, and they're kind of united. So
yeah, and you have to at the end, you see the officers got it, and you see Thunderbolt going, right, very good. Now bring it to Central City and don't ring it. Promise. And she's like, yeah, I promise. And this is next. Officer Crandall dials the phone. Like, yeah, no shit.
Which is presumably how our character's going to find the phone and find out where she's going, because
they'll be drawn to it.
They'll be drawn
somehow.
to it. At least he will, because he's used it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, no, I'd be interested to see if they actually deal with him getting addicted to it. It may actually establish that that's a thing, and like, if he'll be affected or whatever.
I can see it almost playing it kind of One Ring-esque. That's kind of how this is being played, with everyone kind of going after it. It's got this effect on them.
Precious.
Yeah. But maybe he'll be a bit of a Samwise and can resist it.
Yeah. But it'll be
maybe
better than
that'll
that.
be Summer's job, but and he'll be the Frodo. It'll be more direct.
No, I liked it again. It was fun. Fun.
Yeah, I love this. This is becoming one of my favorite little books.
No, I like the creativeness of it. I like the action the characters seem to have, and we're getting kind of wacky because we had the monster truck thing last issue, and then this was a mech suit and apparently a Dragon Ball-esque character.
He even does the Kamehameha, the the hand blast thing. Well, it's interesting because Goku had a tail, which is this
But if you pull on his tail, his powers go away, right?
kind of yeah.
It's like the Monkey King from Chinese mythology.
Yeah, and the whole thing, right? But this guy that he's wearing, he's a bit of a horse thing, and Goku can kind of has a bit of a transformation element. And it's wearing yellow pants with red stars. The whole thing is super Dragon Ball. It's great.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't need to research it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of no Dragon Ball. But that is Dial H for Hero. What are you rating it, Connor?
I'm going high because this is fantastic for me. I'm giving it a 9. So I think I give the first issue because I love this book.
Yeah, I think like the first issue, I'm not going as silly high as you are. But I will give it an 8. I think it's solid, good fun. It was a delight to read because I'm super quick, and his admiration for Superman and wanting to be like that is also super endearing. So
See what you did there.
I think I'm giving it like an extra point for the art being so good at switching between completely different styles, and still feeling cohesive and so effective.